Bro, you need to chill, man. Just chill. Take a breather and just chill. You're doing self-help wrong. Self-help is meant to make your life better, not worse. Right? You're not meant to be overthinking everything, trying to be a perfectionist, trying to improve your life in 1,000 different ways, and then not doing that because it's impossible, then beating yourself up for it and calling that self-help. Self-help isn't also about, not having any friends. I keep seeing so many videos, I'm 22, I'm 24, I'm 41, and I have no friends. Bro, why? Why? Go get some friends. Oh, there's no one around me that, I feel like is a good friend. Everybody around me is toxic, judgmental, blah de blah de blah. Okay. Not everybody's like that. Go find some better friends. The alternative is you don't just have two options, right? It's not just like have bad friends that aren't really friends, or just have no friends and be alone and just be in solitude and try to work on yourself all the time. That's not the only two options, my guy. The other option is go get some good friends. Oh, but where? How? There aren't any good people out there. First of all, question that. There aren't any good people out there. If you genuinely believe that, question that. How do you know that? How do you know that? Do you think you're a good person? Do you think you'd be a good person to hang around with? Okay, well, are you the only good person to hang around with? Of course not, right? So, clearly there's good people to hang around with. If you genuinely don't believe that, you have to question that. Like, why do you believe that? Where did that come from? How many experiences have you had that are actually bad experiences? How many times have you been friends with someone in the past where it was actually a good experience? And just keep questioning that belief, because that one belief will fuck up your life. That one belief will fuck up your life. You want to go through your whole life with no friends? Come on, bro. That's why I say at the beginning of the video, just chill. Chill, bro. Like, you're thinking way too much, but about the wrong things. Right? Overthinking is great, but you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. You're thinking about all the bad things in life, all your problems. You're thinking about all the ways you need to be perfect, and you're overthinking everything. You're overthinking self-development instead of using overthinking as like a conscious, practical tool to contemplate the deepest questions in life, to contemplate how to improve your life. But you've got to know when to use it and when to chill, for lack of a better word, Like, I see far too many people, now that I started studying YouTube to try and grow, see far too many self-help teachers and YouTubers just kind of teaching a bunch of like coping mechanisms. Like, do you want to cope through your life with no friends? Do you want to go through your life like I used to, where I would learn a bunch of self-help advice and then just be super perfectionist and judging myself every time I wasn't a perfect human, judging myself for having negative emotions, judging myself for not being a machine and taking action 24/7, judging myself for not making enough progress, judging myself. Do you want to be like that? Do you want to continue doing that? Or do you actually want to self-develop? Do you actually want to develop yourself? Do you actually want to live a good life, enjoy your life, have fun, understand reality at the deepest levels, and live a meaningful life? Because if you want that, like, you can't go about self-development the way you're going about it. It's just not working out. Because you're falling into these cliche false beliefs that a lot of people fall into around self-help. You gotta ghost mode. Fuck ghost mode. Fuck anyone who says that. Ghost mode is bullshit. Ghost mode Ghost mode is a cope. Ghost mode is a cope. Fuck anybody that says you don't need friends or anybody that's like, oh, it's too hard to have good friends. Fuck those people. Fuck anybody that says you need to grind 24/7. Just fuck all of that bullshit. And also, just fuck your own thoughts. It sounded weird when I said it like that. Uh, but just all the thoughts you have that are just making self-development a grind and a struggle and just way more suffering than's necessary, fuck all those thoughts as well. Whether they're your own thoughts, or they've been conditioned into you by all the other people that you're watching, or by society, or whatever it is, fuck them. Self-development is meant to improve your life. Really, sit down. Question this. What is the point of self-help? What is the point of watching these type of videos? Why am I doing it? What am I trying to get from it? What is the good life? What is a life that I would just enjoy? What is the point of self-help? Question that deeply. Think about it. Sit down for an hour thinking about that. And question all the negative beliefs that you're starting to develop through watching these videos, right? Like I said, the having no friends type of belief, or the belief that you need to be a machine and work so much, hustle culture, or that you need to cut a bunch of people out, stuff like that. It's bullshit. Don't believe that. And look, I'm not saying that you shouldn't cut out negative, toxic people. Yeah, cut them out. In fact, depends how toxic and negative. Everybody's a bit negative. Everybody's a bit toxic. It depends how toxic they are. If they're extremely toxic, okay, cut them out completely. If they're just like medium amount, then cut them down, right? Just spend less and less time with them, but occasionally, spend time with them, because again, they're human. No one's perfect, right? You can still have a good time with those type of people if you treat it as like, oh, I'm just gonna see them once a month or once every few months, right? And that way you don't become a loner. You don't become someone with no friends, no family, because again, like, it's very hard to be friends and have and be around your family if you're holding people to such a high standard. But then with the people that you actually want to be around all the time, or you want to be around like a lot of the time, then have high standards, right? For your best friends, okay, have high standards for your best friends, for the people you spend a lot of time with. And if you're like, well, I can't find anyone, come on, bro. Be creative. Where would you find you? If you're saying, oh, I just stay in my house all the time, well, okay. Well, where would you find a really good friend that's got hobbies, that's interested in things, that's living life, that is a good person, that is fun to be around, that isn't toxic? Where are you going to find those type of people? Pretty much anywhere. But where could you actually go? What's a practical thing you could do? Join some clubs, join some hobbies. Like, stop making it so hard. Oh, I've got no friends. I've had no friends for years. Bro, join a fucking club. Join a hobby. Start going there. And then as you're going, and you're starting to speak to people, be like, yo, what's your Instagram? Add them on Instagram. Yo, I'm going this place on a weekend. You want to come? Ask that to 5 people. One of them's going to come. Right? Just keep doing that. You'll have friends. It's not hard. You're making it hard because you believe you don't need friends, or you believe like it's just no one's a good person, or you can't find good friends. It's a belief. It's holding you back. It's limiting you. Just join a club. Get some hobbies. Do that as well for yourself, not just to make friends, because that is also, if you've seen another video of mine, one of the best things you can do to enjoy your life more, and one of the things that most people don't talk about in self-help, is do more of your hobbies. Like, just, you're trying to enjoy your life, right? So do more of the things that you enjoy. You're trying to enjoy your life, so what's the easiest way to enjoy your life? Do more of the things that you enjoy, aka your hobbies, your passions. So yeah, this is a bit of a video just to try and like call out the bullshit that I see in self-help videos, that I see in just the self-help niche, where it's like you're trying to go at it alone, you're being a loner, you don't have friends, or you don't want friends, or you're trying to cut people out, you're trying to work 24/7, or you're beating yourself up and judging yourself for not being perfect. And overall, the bullshit of treating self-development and approaching self-development in a way that's actually making your life worse, not better. Self-help is meant to make your life better, right? That's why we got into it in the first place. So if it's not making your life better, you got to switch up your approach. You got to find better self-help teachers. You got to find better books. You probably need to read a book instead of watching another YouTube video. You need to contemplate for yourself, and you need to go and do the most obvious things to improve your life, aka get some good friends, follow your hobbies, start doing things you enjoy doing, and then come back and do the rest. All right, that's enough for this video. See you soon.